time has finally come. The trifecta will soon be complete. After today, we will have covered what is perceived as the 3 worst games of the PS3 era. Today, we find the bright side of Ride to Hell, Retribution! This game has so much wrong with it that I don't even know where to begin. From the start of the game, it's pretty obvious that it doesn't know how to properly lay out a plot for itself. A point which becomes ever more apparent as the game progresses, as the game will sometimes jump from location to location for little to no reason. Now, having a poor plot structure can be forgivable if the gameplay is good enough. Too bad it's not. Not only is the combat and shooting very bland, but the controls for these activities just feels very wonky. And not only was the combat boring, but the riding segments took far too long to complete with little or nothing to do while they were occurring. And then there's the load times. Oh my god, the load times. They are absurdly long for a game whose graphics look like they could have been made on a PS2. And speaking of graphics, even with the extremely low quality of graphics and facial detail in this game, it still manages to have texture loading issues that would make Colonial Marines blush. Oh, but we're still not done. All of the voice actors do such a poor job on delivering their lines. Although I can't say I blame them. If I were a part of this project, I probably wouldn't care either. And not only do the voice actors not seem to care, apparently the audio engineers didn't care either. Because not only was the music very generic and weird, but it would occasionally just stop playing after one playthrough, leaving awkward silence for the rest of the level. Now, I know I've been going on about the negative bits for a while now, but don't— Hey! I've had enough of your nonsense, subtitle me. I don't care that you're the funny part of the episodes. Now knock it off or I'm banishing your sorry behind back to the void. Got it? Good. Now, as I was saying, don't worry, this game too has a bright side. Starting with how awful the dialogue for this game is. Confused yet? This game is almost like playing the equivalent of one of those terrible B-movies from the 80s whose dialogue and plot is so terrible that it loops back around to being funny. Kind of like the entire premise of this series. But moving along, this game also provides an invaluable tool for developers. Just pull up your game next to this one, and if any of your game comes remotely close to this game, you know it's not in a good state. With the exception of one thing. Yes, that's right. This game actually managed to do one thing properly that a lot of games for that era still didn't do at all. It actually had destructible walls in parts, and actual physics for some of the objects in the game world. I feel like this is the only thing developers actually took any pride in for this project. But they should be proud of one other thing. The thing that is perhaps the brightest point of the whole game. It is so terrible that it is the perfect streaming material. Alright, now before we get to the end of the video, guys, there's been an exciting development! As some of you may have noticed, I finally broke 100 subscribers! I really do want to thank all of you for joining me on this ridiculous journey I have made for myself. Now, I will be doing a video celebrating reaching 100 subs, but seeing as how you guys are the reason I am even at 100 subs, rather than make a cliche Q&A video or a channel intro video, I wanted to know what all you would like to see for it. So either leave a comment down below or tweet at me what you would like to see. There is only one thing to keep in mind. I do not have a means to capture real-life video currently. But other than that, let me know what you'd like to see and I'll do my best to deliver on it. But that's all for now, everyone. Hopefully you give that like button some love. I hope you all enjoyed the content today. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, keep gaming.